there.
And welcome to episode 4 of the ZomCast. We're getting them out nice and quick now. I know no animations anymore, but we just thought, more content, more for you to listen to while you rummage around on the internet with our dulcet tones in the background.
Yeah, they really are very dulcet because they're like first thing in the morning. I only woke up 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's quite early this morning, purely because we're recording this on the bank holiday day of the royal wedding.
It's the royal wedding.
And this will hopefully be up later on today, so you can tell us if she said no at the last second or not.
That'd be cool.
That would be amazing. I know that's a bit harsh, but she just turns around and goes, nah, fuck this.
I'm marrying a builder from Stoke.
Come here, Pete. Right there, darling.
I love how wonderfully common he is.
He doesn't call me Mum.
And I'm allowed to be Cat again. Well, Kate.
Oh, yes, she's never allowed to be called Kate again. Oh,
No,
sad.
you can't have Queen Kate.
Anyway, this isn't very geek-related at all.
No, but it's important to the culture.
It is very important indeed. God bless the royal family. Anyway, we've done a fair amount of geeky stuff in the last week or so, and so we'll get right on down to that. The first being theme. Well, my morning vocal test did not work.
No, it did not.
The first thing being that I imagine after the royal wedding, a fair few people are going to head on down to the cinema and go see Thor.
Ah, yes.
Which we've done already. So, just talk about that for a little bit.
Thor was awesome.
It really was. It was, a lot of people came out a bit surprised, thinking it was, it's going to be a bit cartoony, because, as you said, well, you tell them what you thought it was going to be like.
I thought it was just going to be a bit kind of... If you get what I mean. I know it's not very kind of like, a good way to describe it.
Not really.
I'm not a thesaurus yet, like I said, 20 minutes ago, woke up. But yeah, no, I thought it'd just be a little bit over the top and a bit crazy, but it's not. It's quite kind of a bit camp actually. But no, it was actually really, really well done. Well done, Kenneth Branagh. Well done. I'm very impressed. Yeah,
everyone in it was really good as well. Got high hopes for them all having quite decent careers, and Natalie Portman's in it as well.
See, there's your Ellen Page. I was like, oh, she's quite nice.
Natalie Portman.
Whoa! You blew up your microphone, man.
See, that's what I have to listen to every time you go.
That is literally just distorting. Yeah, that's quite horrifying. At least I just go, Ellen Page.
Anyway, we're not just going to have this competition.
No.
Oh, I'm a bit worried about who's listening to this now. She might have a go at me. Never mind.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Love you.
Lame.
Yeah. Anyway.
Hawkeye's cool.
Yeah. Oh, well, it's been on the internet for a while. Hawkeye cameo, isn't it? Jeremy Renner looks like perfect casting yet again.
Oh,
Marvel doing really well for casting. Really, really proud of them for the way they're casting.
I think it's just because they're really ashamed of the X-Men films.
That and Daredevil.
Oh.
Let us look at our film.
Gross.
Yeah, but so I know this is a bit weird doing lists, but we're both blokes, so we sort of enjoy doing lists. How would you rate that in terms of films that Marvel's put out?
I would say it's just underneath the Iron Man films. Because to be honest, I personally think that the Iron Man films are better simply because Tony Stark's human and he's a genius and I can kind of relate to him more than, a massive alien god of Norse mythology. There's not really much kind of...
You can't relate to that, can you, really?
Not really. But
I imagine some people can, but with a background, a very traditional background, and being sent down to Earth and everything. Well, I'm not, not sent down to Earth.
Yeah, all of those gods that get kicked out have to come down here and open bakeries.
And it's quite funny as well. And as a lot of people have been saying online, that people are surprised that it's aimed towards sort of a younger audience. It's not really dark and gritty like Batman or what Nemesis will be when it comes out, or Kick-Ass, or Super. And I'm happy about that, because how can you make a tale about the Norse god of thunder, you know, a Superman pretty much who wields a hammer called Mjolnir? How can you make that dark and gritty and aimed at adults? So I'm happy it's aimed primarily at children, which is going to get them a bigger audience, because a lot of people didn't go see The Dark Knight because of, you know, it was too dark and gritty for their kids.
Well, that's how I've always perceived Marvel and DC. Marvel have always been a bit more kind of family entertainment, and DC, in my mind, have always been a bit darker, a bit more kind of like, a bit more intense.
Well, the films they put out, yeah, I mean...
No, even in the comics I've always thought that. Everybody, like, in DC has always had this really horrible, tragic past, and everything's about being oppressed and everything. And there's very little of that in the Marvel universe.
I think it's the way it's presented with DC, because obviously you've got the Flash, who hasn't had a particularly nasty background, neither's, well, Hal Jordan kind of has, but I mean,
yeah.
Batman makes up for all of them. He's got the most tragic history you can have, really.
Well, thing is, this was put into perspective for me the other day when I saw this thing online. Batman's a bit of a drama queen. His parents...
Say that to his face.
No, but Batman's parents got killed in front of him, right? That's pretty harsh. Superman doesn't have a home planet anymore.
Yeah.
I think having every single one of your race wiped out...
Well, not all of them, is it? Because Zod comes down with everything.
Know, but pretty much.
City of Kandor.
But pretty much. There's like...
Yeah.
I never realised it before, but there are mild similarities between Superman and the Doctor. Very interesting.
Oh, yes. I wonder, who created the Doctor, do you know?
Not off the top of my head, no.
I just wondering if their influence was Superman. Because that... intriguing. We shall have to find out.
Yes.
But there are some similarities between Batman and Spider-Man as well, because Spider-Man has lost his parents already and has to go live with his aunt and uncle, and then his uncle's killed because of him.
Yeah. The thing is, and still, Spider-Man's quite a happy, bouncy, witty character.
Well, it's because he's younger, isn't he? So,
well,
I guess.
I suppose. But I don't know. That's the thing. It's because DC, to me, has always been the darker, more brooding. I suppose if you want to put it in terms of Linkin Park, they'd more listen to Linkin Park than Marvel would. Marvel would be more willing.
God.
Marvel would be the ones who'd be sat in the back of like a Chevrolet or something, listening to a bit of ska punk or something. And
I'd rather be listening to ska punk than Linkin Park. Jeez.
Yeah, I know, but DC as a kind of, they'd be sat in a dark room listening to Linkin Park and
oh god, you just called the entire DC universe an emo. Oh my god, I've got so many pictures of different characters as emos now. And emo, just the blood that floating around in the water in front of him. Yeah. Everyone down here hates me.
My only power is fish.
You should meet my wife. Oh.
Ugh. Unless she's like a mermaid, but which half would be mer and which one would be maid?
Well, do you know, she's called Mera, isn't she?
Oh yeah. I don't really care, to be honest. I don't like Aquaman. Then again, that's not exactly a unique opinion.
Oh, look at him. He thinks he's people.
He thinks he's people.
Oh, bless him.
Same.
And so I just want to talk a little bit about as well, about Marvel, the Marvel Universe in general, and it coming to the big screen, and what else you would kind of want to see. And if you want to see anything like that from DC, because I personally feel that the Justice League movie would be a complete and absolute failure.
Yeah.
Because, well, you know my opinion on the Justice League, but so you go first and then I'll explain my problem with the Justice League.
No, I thought it would be quite cool, and then you explained your problem with the Justice League, and I was just like, no, that's rubbish. So you may as well go ahead and say yours, because it's a very convincing argument.
Oh god, it's so early in the morning, I've kind of forgotten. Well, my main problem with the Justice League is that these people wouldn't come together. I mean, DC, when it started writing all its material back in the 30s, 40s and 50s, they weren't a universe per se, whereas Marvel sort of began writing, I mean, all their really, really early characters aren't really continued anymore, apart from Namor every now and then and Captain America, but everyone else was written so they could join in with other people. or with other people to go along with. I mean, like, Spider-Man's been in X-Men a few times, and the Avengers were really, really new, whereas the Justice League was written to include, you know, a invincible alien, a man who's wielding the most powerful weapon in the universe, and a dark, brooding Linkin Park listener. And, you know, they don't make sense, really, to me. You wouldn't need... You know, Batman and Superman would never come together purely because of their outlooks and probably the way they would do things. And also Hal Jordan, as a character, would hate Bruce Wayne and vice versa.
Well, that's the thing. In the Justice League, like, all of the Green Lanterns have had a problem with Batman.
Yeah.
Because Batman obviously has had to, like, acquire his power, but they were just given theirs, so there's always been that kind of tension.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense to me. I mean... A Justice League would either have... You wouldn't need the others. It would just be Superman. And really anything that can't be beaten by Superman is because they're wielding kryptonite, in which case you just get a Green Lantern in.
Well, to be honest, Green Lanterns they can kill Superman. Because they can wield their green light into kryptonite. Well,
there you go then. I mean, you and me, obviously, Green Lanterns were massive fans. You know, he's my favourite DC character, the Green Lantern, Hal Jordan. I want to kill Kyle Rayner, though. I hate that man.
Yeah. He's a bit of a bitch, to be honest.
I actually prefer Guy Gardner to Kyle Rayner.
Oh, Guy Gardner is awesome, though. Holy crap, I have just seen something amazing on Think Geek. Not Think Geek, even Geek Tyrant. First photo... Oh, okay. Now, that won't be his costume. But first photo of Tom Hardy on the set of The Dark Knight.
Oh yeah, I've seen that already.
But
he looks big, doesn't he?
Well, yeah, he's got to be. He's put his Bronson weight back on.
Wish I could put on weight like that. Jesus.
Man.
Yeah. So, what was the thing you wanted to tell me as well? You mentioned it just before we went on.
Yes. I've just seen, literally just come out news, R.L. Stine is having a book released to the cinema.
Ooh.
Yeah. The first day of school is getting movie treatment.
Ooh. I'm not very familiar with First Day of School.
No, neither am I. I've never heard of it. Then again, some of you out there, if anyone's listening, that isn't us. Maybe you've read It's the First Day of School Forever, and maybe that has excited you. Either way, I'm going to go see it, just as a kind of homage to my own childhood.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, it's like, there's loads of this our age group, all the stuff we used to watch on Nickelodeon. I mean, they're bringing all of that back this summer.
Yeah, they are, aren't
Nickelodeon have said we've watched a steady decline in all of our figures, and we've seen over all social networks how people miss Doug, and they miss like Angry Beavers, and they miss Keenan and Kel. You know, all of the good.
Oh my God, bring back Keenan and Kel.
Yeah.
They must be like their early 40s now. That'd be amazing.
That would be so good.
Orange soda. It'd be amazing, just doddery old man doing what Kel used to do.
Who loves orange soda? I used to, but now I have diabetes.
Brilliant. Yeah. Just bring back the 90s, because the 90s had the best cartoon stuff there was. I mean, I know we didn't have Thundercats or Biker Mice from Mars.
But we did.
Well, they were kind of 80s, but yeah. I mean, it depends where you grow up, really, but for me, and for you probably, 90s best cartoons ever. And on that note, we are going to have to end it. It's not going to end on me screaming this time round, thank God.
No, I haven't got anything to shock you with.
Quick.
I've got to say, rest in peace, my graphics card. My graphics card exploded the other day. I was quite sad.
In memoriam.
Anyway,
enjoy the theme tune. Oh wait, that's your line.
That's my line. Get the hell away. Bye. Enjoy the theme tune.